Well, from a
So,
grocery point of view, how is search more important?
yeah, so I'm glad you asked that. As you know, we've been working lately with a lot of different pieces within the grocery industry, and there's a lot of parts and pieces to that industry, as you can imagine. But what it really comes down to in the end is the end user, the person that's out there that's looking to buy the groceries that they need for their home, for their business, whether that's a restaurant or whether that's a university cafeteria, a hospital, whatever it might be. And in groceries, probably more than in anything else, there's this need to get very granular about the things that I can eat and the things that I want to eat, the things that I won't eat, and then things that I shouldn't eat at all, right? So this begins with things that, I absolutely can't have. If I have a raspberry, I'm going to swell up, my tongue's going to get large, and I'm going to die. Or a peanut or something like that. So there's that component of it, but then it also goes into the preference component of it, which is I only prefer to eat name brand foods. I don't want to eat any off-store brand foods, right? It could be I have a specific diet I'm trying to keep, whether that's keto or South Beach or something else. So I want foods that fit and match my particular diet. The other things that I might be looking for are things that are, let's say, unusual. And we have a tremendously, vast population, particularly here in the Houston area, from all over the world, and they're looking for the foods from their homelands. They're looking for things that are very specific in that way. So there's a tremendous amount of both SKUs in this industry, and then there's a tremendous amount of options within each item of food as to what it is that I want to actually purchase. And then there's preferences, and then there's things I absolutely can't have. And so you've got this tiered search approach where I might at a very high level say, don't show me anything at all with peanuts, right? And then once I get those and I pull in a certain item, I might say, okay, now that I have this particular item that I'm looking to purchase, show me the one with the highest amount of vitamin C, because I'm trying to get a whole bunch of vitamin C out of my nutrition right now. So you start drilling down further and further with each step of your search or within each item group or subset that you build. What facilitates that? Well, you can't do that inside of just a pure e-commerce system. What we found is that an awful lot of grocers have built sort of their own homegrown PIM, or product information management system, and even that has now gotten to the point where they can't really manipulate it the way that they need to. They can't fit products into another category because when they built it, they thought they'd only need 3, and now they found out they need 20 categories. So it's either rewrite the whole thing or find something out there that will actually work in a way where they can go in and they can create new categories, not just now, not just the 20, but the 100 and the 1,000 that they might need in the future to really deliver this search capability. The other thing that I think is really important in that industry is a lot of times when I'm doing my looking through for groceries and items like that, I'm doing it from my cell phone. I'm not doing it from my laptop. And that's becoming very important. Mobile devices as sort of the main interface are pretty critical. And Rob, I think you can tell us a little more about that.
Yeah, let me pick up on a few things that you were saying. First of all, most search on the consumer end is clearly over 70% is mobile. People are using your mobile app as a grocer. They're using it inside of the store as they're looking around. And therefore, what you wind up with is a very limited amount of real estate. So the photos and the accuracy of the search is even more important because you have a limited ability to sort through and see what it is you're doing. And honestly, most data in grocery is incomplete. It's rather short. It doesn't have the description necessary. And as we move toward the things Tom was talking about, right? The amount of, ingredients or type of diet, but even as laws and changes happen and preferences change, the accumulated need of data is exploding. And therefore, what you find out is you have to really be able to control your data, display it properly, and find it properly. And in my mind, the competitive advantage right now of e-commerce, given the number of SKUs, the number of items, number of stores that groceries face, it's search. It's the ability to give the customer what they want. Because a visit to the store, aside from home delivery and all the rest of that, a visit to the store is often predicated on a favorite item, right? I can pick up milk anywhere. I can pick up, a variety of staples anywhere. But if I can only find one thing at one store, you're engendering loyalty. And being able to find that is absolutely critical to doing that.